So I got to tell you guys, one of the most amazing things to me is the fact that there are corporations or companies out there that write articles. They're literally trying to convince people any which way they can to purchase Target and Bud Light stock right now. They're trying to convince you to do that because they're trying to up the stock any which way they can. I'm sure they're being paid to do so. And Bud Light is essentially getting desperate, right? Anheuser-Busch is getting desperate. Target lost up to $15 billion now. It keeps going higher and higher. It's just insane. Bud Light is lost so much money on the sales aspect and on the market value aspect that I just combined. It's an astronomical number, the likes of which I just would never understand. But we have an article here from Forbes that says Anheuser-Busch is going to face a permanent 15% decline in Bud Light sales, but now may be attractive time to buy stock. So again, they're trying to convince people that you should buy the stock for Anheuser-Busch, and I highly, highly suggest otherwise. But then again, don't listen to me. It's your dollar at the end of the day. It says fundamentals suggest it's a good as opportunity as ever to buy shares of Anheuser-Busch, Bernstein analyst said Tuesday, even as the beer stock crashes as his Bud Light brand gets caught in the culture war zeitgeist. It says key facts. It's currently an attractive entry point for prospective Anheuser-Busch investors, wrote Bernstein's Nadine Sarwat and Trevor Sterling, setting a $71.60 price target for the stock. That would be a 30% increase for Anheuser-Busch, roughly $55 share price Tuesday, reversing the stock's 18% decline over the last 2 months as Bud Light sales plummeted amidst controversy about the brand's marketing partnership with transgender grifter Dylan Mulvaney. So these analysts are essentially trying to sell you a promise that the stock is going to go back to $71.60, essentially being close to where it was before the entire drama. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a massive drop, $55, and it keeps dropping. I don't know if it's going to drop much further than that. I think it's eventually going to stabilize somewhere around $60, I would imagine, if people actually buy in to this nonsense. But I would be hard-pressed to believe that this thing, anytime soon anyway, it could obviously happen in the future, but anytime soon that it's going to raise up to $71.60, I just don't see how that's possible, considering that people have just completely given up on the brand. Like, it's not even a boycott. It's not even something where people are like, you know what, I would buy the beer, but since they're gay right now, I don't want to buy the beer. When they stop being gay, then I'll buy the beer. A lot of people are not like that. A lot of people are like, I'm just done. I'm over the beer. I don't want it anymore. I'm completely moved on to another brand. This is a complete shift in market adjustment and market spending from people and customers. We don't want this nonsense anymore. So I don't see it going up to $71, but if it does anytime soon, I'd be highly shocked. I've been wrong before, so I'm okay with saying that. Bernstein's confidence in Anheuser-Busch comes even as it factors in a permanent 15% haircut to Bud Light sales, in turn lowering its 2023 profit forecast for the overall company by 6.7%. Oh my God. You guys realize what almost 7% means for a company like this? That is an insane amount of money. That is an insane amount of money. I just, wow. All of this for Dylan Mulvaney. It's just crazy. Alyssa, you got a lot of explaining to do, Alyssa. The bank instead cited the stock's enticing fundamentals, explaining Anheuser-Busch's segment exclusive of its Asian and Brazilian subsidiaries in trading at a near-time all-low price relative to projected earnings, with a forward price earnings multiple of 8. Overall, Anheuser-Busch is trading at a 14.8 P/E multiple, its lowest in more than a decade, excluding a pandemic-driven 2020 blip, and far below the S&P 500's 24.7 average, suggesting the stock is trading at cheap prices relative to its performance and peers. Now again, it could be trading at whatever. That doesn't matter to me. The point is, they have lost so much money so fast that I just can't even call it a boycott anymore. It is a consumer shift. People have given up on this brand. How are you going to bump up all that money again when you have lost? You have admitted to losing 15% permanent sales. 15% permanent sales, which is going to reduce your overall profits for the year by almost 7%. Think about what that means, right? So how are you then going to bump up your stock price and convince people to invest in a failing business, right? Even if the business is going to thrive, obviously, because it has other brands, Anheuser-Busch is not going to go anywhere. But ultimately, Bud Light as a whole has lost so much money. How are you going to convince people to want to buy stock into the company knowing that you just admitted that they're down permanently about 15%? It might even rise throughout the year. You have no idea. The boycotts might even get worse to the point where when we start seeing the numbers for the summer months, then you're really going to see just how bad you were affected. So these projections could get even worse. But again, they're trying to convince people to try to buy into this stock because the more people they can convince, the better it is for them. Of course, obviously. Now it says key background. Mulvaney posted a video to his TikTok account on April 1st showing off custom Bud Light cans bearing his likeness sent to him by the company in recognition of the anniversary of his grifting. Sales of the beer subsequently declined about 20% year over year as a wave of mostly conservative consumers, aka not so much, it's mostly normal people, middle of the ground Americans, took issue with the Mulvaney partnership, even as Anheuser-Busch categorized the backlash as misguided. Anheuser-Busch has lost almost $25 billion in market value since Mulvaney posted the infamous TikTok. Guys, $25 billion for a TikTok video. This is the most expensive TikTok video I think that was ever created known to man. It has to be. It has to be. Dylan Mulvaney has to have on record the most expensive TikTok video ever created. A $25 billion TikTok video. Just think about that. It's such crazy numbers. 6.7 million. That's how many fewer cases of Bud Light were sold this April and May compared to last year, according to Nielsen IQ data cited by Bank of America. 6.7 million cases less in just 2 months. What does that even equate to mathematically? What do these cases go for? Like $15 to $20 on average, right? So what's let me do the math. 6.7 million, right? I'm going to do it live for you guys. Times that by 14.99. That's I believe that's what it costs. And you got $100 million in sales lost in 2 months. 433,000 in sales lost in just 2 months, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. That is drastic. That is astronomical. Astronomical money. I just can't even think of that. That is just crazy. Holy shit. Congratulations, everybody who took part in this and continues to take part in it. Choose other brands, ladies and gentlemen. Choose other brands. There is plenty of competition out there. If you're a beer drinker, go out there, choose another brand. I'm sure you're going to find something that you like. It says Anheuser-Busch is far from the only major corporation reeling with major stock losses due to anti-trans pushback. Anti-trans pushback. It's more so like anti-indoctrination of kids pushback, but you can put whatever helps you sleep at night. It says perhaps the most notable other example is Target, whose stock has crashed 17% over the past month after the company faced criticism for its Pride Month indoctrinating clothing of children where they try to convince women that they have dicks and balls that they need to tuck. I had to fix Forbes article here because Forbes is obviously very left-leaning and very protective of what they're writing. So, sometimes people with balls, real balls, need to come out and say what it actually is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing the fallout of two major companies right now. Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch is probably going to be more stable over the long period of time because of so many brands that they have versus Target that is one singular brand. So that money loss at 17% means a lot more for that one singular brand than it does for Anheuser-Busch, I believe, in my opinion. But in the future, we will find out exactly what happens. Obviously, I don't think they're going to go bankrupt, but I think they will be much more careful over what they decide to showcase in their advertisements. Not only that, I would love to see what Target does for next year's Pride Month. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait to see. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.